Pink Floyd, The Echoes, Debacle. I'm in the middle of moving, so there's not a lot around here. I just haven't taken these posters down. Anyway, Pink Floyd. My parents had Pink Floyd records, Dark Side of the Moon, Animals, and Wish You Were Here. I know I said that in the wrong order. But they had a working record player too, so when I started being more interested in Pink Floyd in high school, I would just listen to those records while they were at work. And it was really cool. I really enjoyed Wish You Were Here, and I really enjoyed Animals a lot more than I thought I would. Animals was a really excellent album. It's kind of funny is these bullies at school stopped bullying me when they heard that I was listening to Animals on my headphones. Anyway, the Echoes debacle, or what I'm calling it, the Echoes. Echoes is a track off of Metal, another one of my favorite albums. After getting interested in Pink Floyd, I borrowed The Wall from a friend and had been watching The Wall, and that was just when I started, getting into smoking weed a little bit. And so I thought The Wall was amazing. I still think The Wall is pretty damn good. And the imagery is just really, I love the imagery. As an artist, it really helps. But yeah, so I got into that. I looked into buying that album, and then I looked into finding the other albums, Metal and Piper at the Gates of Dawn, and even the soundtracks, More and Obscured by Clouds. I know I'm missing some things. Yeah, Metal and Atom Heart Mother is another one of the first ones I got, which I thought was pretty amazing. I love the long track, Atom Heart Mother, like 20 minutes or so, and it just goes through all these sorts of, that's just what I like. Is that progressive rock too? It seemed it had a lot of orchestral in it as well. Any fans of Pink Floyd and Atom Heart Mother know. But yeah, so Echoes is one of the great long tracks off the album Metal, and the other great one is, I think it's Careful with That Axe, Eugene. Is that the one on Metal? I can't remember. I don't have any of those here right now. I suppose I should have. Anyway. And it also became the name Echoes of the compilation disc that came out in I think it was the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, where it had songs from those other albums and stuff. But that always kind of bugged me. I had just met my girlfriend Carolyn and went to St. John's, and she loved Pink Floyd and knew some of the songs that I thought nobody knew, but that was because she had the Echoes. So when I started mentioning other parts of the songs or other parts of the music that were cut off, like apparently parts of Shine On You Crazy Diamond were cut off. But then when I mentioned stuff and they're like, I don't know that song. I'm like, what? But you know this song. Why don't you know, you know dogs. Why don't you know sheep? I don't know what else is on Echoes. I haven't really ever looked at the album because I have all the albums on CD. All the albums that I care about. I don't really listen to anything past The Wall, like newer than The Wall, from either Roger Waters or David Gilmour, because without each other, they're missing that Pink Floyd spark that I love so much. Just how my brain receives it anyway. So that kind of disappoints me. Like when people say they know Pink Floyd and they love Pink Floyd, but all they've ever had was the album Echoes. I'm not trying to say they're posers, because they do probably still appreciate and enjoy the music just the same. And me being snobby about them knowing all the songs and all the other records, that's not the point either, because I recognize that would be just me being snobby. But it's still disappointing in knowing that they didn't go through the same musical journey I did to have to find those songs, to go find my parents' albums, listen to the records, hear the scratches, just hear it authentic. And Dark Side of the Moon, of course. Mom and Dad always listened to Dark Side of the Moon. It was I guess it was the more melodically pleasant one. That's why Mom liked it more. They both love guitars and heavy rock music. My dad plays guitar, and he's a pretty amazing guitarist. But electric guitars and acoustic. But yeah, and so I grew up listening to Dark Side of the Moon. I didn't even know Wish You Were Here and Animals existed until I was in high school. Mom and Dad, I guess they didn't really like those tracks as much. Dad was always looking for more guitar solos, and Mom was always for more peppy, upbeat type music. But yeah, they didn't go through the same musical journey, so they might not know how the rest of Shine On You Crazy Diamond sounds, and they don't know all the songs on the album Metal, like San Tropez, the one about his dog, was it? No, that was old. That's Seamus. Seamus, the one about his old dog crying on the front porch, and San Tropez going to the beach. Maybe San Tropez and the dog one's on Echoes. I don't know what's on Echoes, but I know it's not all of them because anytime I ask, oh, if anyone must know this song, the person's like, no, I don't. I'm like, oh, that's disappointing. That's all I really wanted to say. I'm not trying to pass off judgment on people who only own Echoes but still love Pink Floyd. It makes me hope that maybe they look also for the other albums too, so that they get to know the rest of the music. And I just want to know some people have gone through the same similar musical journey to get to the music, to all the hidden stuff from Pink Floyd that they didn't find before. Hidden, I guess, in the case that it's not on the Echoes album, but before that I didn't know it was hidden. You know, it was just, discovering, like, buried treasure type thing. Sorry if I'm making all the original Pink Floyd fans feel even older. I already feel old, but I was born after all Pink Floyd finished their music, the music that I liked anyway. Well, I was born the year of the Wall, 1980. But that's not why I don't listen to them. I just don't like the music from David Gilmour himself, and I don't like Roger Waters singing at all. But yeah, that's about it. Anyone else go through that kind of journey, like the same kind of, like another band that you have that you've, searched and researched on your own, you've discovered things, you found, oh, this is a cool album, I'll give it a listen, and you listen and find some really good songs that you like, and but know all the other ones too, and then all the other albums, and just gone through musical journeys that you just know this band inside and out, pretty much. And then you meet someone that calls himself a fan, and they don't know that much. Again, it's sort of being snobby to say that they're not bad people for doing that. They're not horrible people. They're not stupid. They're not ignorant. They're not hateful or anything like that. They just haven't had the time, or set aside the time, or that music didn't speak to them as much, or this is just the first time they've heard Pink Floyd from the Echoes album. I can't pass on any kind of judgment from that, but you speak out to get through to someone else that shares your feelings. Anyone else share?